you're paying yours. My other 2 children are not receiving their child support like they're supposed to be. So now it's on you or us as a team at this point, So it should be looked at as a team effort, not getting mad at somebody. You want him to take care of the 2 kids or however many children you bring in the marriage, but now you got an attitude problem that he got to pay his own child support. Something is wrong with that line of thinking.
Allen&Eve here to help you believe
that marriage is not a game.
Talk to him, girl. Take one. What up, though, everybody? Welcome to the Allen&Eve podcast.
Stay locked in to the end, y'all.
What? Man, this podcast is about talking about marriages, either, our situations and other people's situations or things y'all might be going through in a marriage. We are going to be transparent about our lives in this podcast. So if this is something you like to listen to, man, come on, join us. Because we're not going to talk about other stuff without being transparent on.
And this is also for singles too, what to look out for, because when you get into a blended family, it's totally different from starting your own and just being, in your own freshly new built family, as opposed to having to deal with other entities.
So the name of this podcast is, we're talking about their child support payment impacts your future together. Now, let's get into this difficult, tough topic that we don't want to think about once we get joined together.
I don't know why it's so difficult for people, because y'all should have already talked about, realistically, this conversation should have happened before marriage. He has a child. So you should know that there's going to be some payments that go along with that, So right. I don't understand why this conversation would be so shocking and surprising for somebody. Or why it's now so difficult. Now y'all in the marriage arguing about child support payments, Because for us, I came in with 2 children.
Right.
You came in with 1. So realistically, as a wife, I want us as wives, we want our husbands to provide and take care of our children that is outside of them. But then when it comes to the child support payment, somebody want to be upset, mad, and angry, manifesting whatever over them having to pay extra money outside of the household.
Right. And think about this, especially for the people before y'all get married. You're looking at somebody and say, ooh, they fine and they look good. And you want to be with them or a marriage and all this other stuff, but you find out they have a child. Child support could be in y'all future. Just process that before you get into it and thinking it's not going to happen, or they don't pay it right now, maybe later on.
But my thing is, even if it's not a child support order,
right?
You shouldn't be upset that they want to care for their child outside of the house if the child is not over there on a consistent basis. And even sometimes maybe somebody needs some extra help, or the child is asking for something. I don't know. But some people was upset that they give the money to the ex-spouse. Maybe you can just buy it yourself and get it. If the child say, hey, or the parents say, hey, they need some new shoes. Maybe if it's an issue within the marriage with giving the money, just go ahead and buy the shoes yourself and give,
Right.
I don't know. I'm just saying that maybe that can help.
No. Definitely a good point, but yeah, once y'all get joined together, it's kind of difficult to start having arguments about why do you have to pay so much, or why do you have to do this, or you're irritated just on the simple fact that that's taken out from your household. It's a possibility. Just thinking about it. Now the enemy can use this to tear y'all apart, to weigh on y'all marriage, and now y'all arguing about finances that y'all were never arguing about before the marriage.
Right.
This is something we don't think about on the dating phase, but you definitely need to add or talk about or consider in your mind, okay, they have a child. I'm going to just throw it up and just like, if they're not paying it right now, they probably will pay it. So let's just deduct that out.
And the thing is if, deducting out the income, you have to understand that if the partner gets a better job, because some people don't know this, that the child support payment may increase.
Right.
Because it's based off of how much the person makes.
Right. All right.
So we're just wanting to throw it out there, especially for the single people. I mean, I would always say do not get into a blended family. You should be with someone who do not have any children, other obligations outside of the household. If they chose to go ahead and start a family and it didn't work out, maybe they should just, circle the block back or something. I don't know, try to figure that out before trying to jump into a relationship and now you're, have baggage with you. I know people probably don't like when I say children are baggage, but I'm just saying different experiences. When people come in with trauma, when people come in with all of these different things, it's baggage. I'm not calling a child a baggage. So,
Hey, say what you got to say. If you want to call them child a baggage, say that. I don't care about everybody on the internet they want to stop us from saying stuff.
Yeah, they like to try to dictate what you say or you shouldn't say this or I would say it that way. Then, you have your own platform to say it however you feel to say it,
Say that. But back to what we're talking about, that just the impact, the dynamic of multiple kids, multiple payments.
A larger amount, a larger payment.
Larger amount of payment. Now you go ahead and date that person with children. Maybe they got it worked out between
maybe it's
the baby mama or whoever.
Maybe it's
or baby mama, baby daddy.
Maybe it's a good co-parenting situation.
Maybe a good co-parent. They got it set up, but you don't know 2 years, 5 years down the line, things might happen where.
Especially for the ladies that's a stay-at-home mom and all y'all doing is going off of his income.
Right.
And he got child support payments and more money is being taken out. And now you are not maybe able to do the things that you want to do on the side because you're relying just on his income. And that could be a mess because when we went through that and I was a stay-at-home mom, I was just a stay-at-home mom because I was very inconsistent with working. Let's be honest. I could not find a job that fits me, okay? It was a no for me. If I seen something like Amazon, remember I worked at Amazon I didn't last a week. I just didn't last because their motto is what? See something, say something. And every time I seen something, I had to get on up out of there because no. But anyways, I was inconsistent. But then it wasn't so much like I had an issue with your child support payments. I don't think we ever, did we argue about child support payments?
We haven't argued, we had a discussion.
Okay, what was the discussion about? You remember? It was the discussion
I need
about
to
me
get
going
my
back.
own job. Definitely. I need my job.
Because I want to also contribute to the household. When I brung 2 children with me, that's not just on you. Or now I'm feeling some type of way that you have to pay your child support. And my children are I'm not saying they didn't have what they needed, but whatever extra I wanted to give them, I can't look at you and be upset and say, your other child did. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to have a job for myself to provide for the 2 that I brung into the marriage and make sure whatever they needed, because sometimes the other parent don't pay child support. What about that? Now it's left on you when the other kid's father is not doing what he's supposed to do with child support. Now it's on you. So that's another aspect of child support, right?
Right.
You're paying yours. My other 2 children are not receiving their child support like they're supposed to be. So now it's on you or us as a team at this point, So it should be looked at as a team effort, not getting mad at somebody. You want him to take care of the 2 kids or however many children you bring in the marriage, but now you got an attitude problem that he got to pay his own child support. Something is wrong with that line of thinking.
So some people might have a problem with, okay, I think the balance of it will be a problem. Since you're paying, let's say $200, you're paying $200 to your other previous child. Let's call that the previous child is getting $200. Okay, but you only pay my child. You only get my children the gifts or whatever. They only get $100 something. That's could cause an issue for some people, because you're tallying it up. You're keeping score or the amount. You're keeping up with that, and there go the enemy planting seeds in y'all marriage. Like, wait. You said extra money. What is that about? Our kids need some extra money. What about that? Like it's off balance. It's teetering too much to the other end. Do you have favoritism or to that child? Like, what is?
But I think that it becomes an extra problem when you're paying your child support money and then it's something additional that child needs, or the other parent is calling, asking and saying,
Right.
Because it's taken away from the money in the household.
Right.
So I don't recommend a blended family. I don't recommend it.
Then we got it now. I think you should
I'm
have
gonna
a
just
shirt
keep saying
at this
it.
point.
I am just going to keep saying it for the people in the back that really think that their situation is going to be different. No, you're going to go through something in the dynamics of a blended family. You're going to go through it.
Especially for Christians, now we have a higher chance for the enemy to plant seeds, for him to tear y'all apart. I'm going to keep saying it because you're not doing it God's way. You're doing it outside of what's biblical, having blended families and take care of somebody else there, or you have a broken home that, that didn't work out for whatever the reason, or you having kids before marriage. Now you have to deal with this whole blended family dynamic.
The consequences of the sin that you were in. And then you create a child. I know everybody say, oh, kids is a blessing. Kids is a blessing. Okay, I understand that children are a blessing, but it was... they were meant to be a blessing within
the marriage.
Right, within the marriage, within how God created it to be, not just having kids willy-nilly out here and they got broken homes and...
Not the willy-nilly. Please, not willy-nilly.
Go ahead, though.
I'm just talking about the dynamic of the marriages dealing with, because it could be another problem where you have a baby mama or baby daddy constantly asking like, oh, the child needs this, the child needs this, now the child needs this. And the other partner is looking at, you just sent money. Now you got to send more money. We don't have it. Our family, we are going to be in deficit in a way with our income that's coming in. Our kids need shoes. Our kids need school supplies. But you're sending out more money. I thought you just sent it. I thought you just did that last couple of weeks. She asked for school supply, need more school. She asked for gym shoes. She need more gym shoes.
And
what
then
about our kids?
What makes it worse? It makes it worse when you see that other child and they don't even look like they being taken care of. Like your hair done, the other parent, the co-parent's hair is done, nails done, and then you look at the child and they sending the child over here dirty, no shoes on. No socks on, no underwear on. You know what I mean? And it's like, but you constantly sending money, but where's the money going to the child? Because you looking at the child and you don't see it.
Right.
You don't see it at all.
No. And as that parent of the child that's from a previous marriage, you have to deal with both sides. You have to deal with the baby mama or the baby daddy, and you have to deal with your spouse. Mm-hmm. And trying to balance it out where keeping, the child happy or doing for the child and trying to work on your marriage and keeping your spouse happy.
Yeah. I think my biggest thing was this too. If I want something for my child, I'm not about to sit around and wait for you to have to do it. I'm just not going to do that. That's just me. I don't want to sit around and wait for you to figure out what child support need to go this week. And, I don't think that it should divide us. I don't think that should be an issue. I think it's something that I can do about it, which is what I did. Get a job and contribute. I'm just saying. That's what I did.
That was my train of thought. But we want to inform y'all things that could happen in marriages when you do it outside of God's will.
Right.
Too many broken homes, too many families have to deal with child support.
Right.
When they could have just worked it out from the previous relationship or don't have sex before marriage.
And some people can't work it out because I'm going to tell you this right now. Some people was telling me, God said, like in my first marriage, they were saying, God told me that y'all supposed to get back together. I said, Jesus Christ himself will have to come back and tell me this because I am not getting back into that relationship. I'm just saying, it ain't no working it out sometimes with people. Right. It's just chunking it up to maybe you need to just be by yourself for a while until you get yourself together spiritually and you walking in alignment with God and you gonna obeying him. Because I was totally disobedient when I married my first husband, just to have one.
I found something out. I don't know if you told me, somebody told me, but if that child goes to college, you have to pay more. You have to pay for those 4 years. Say the child support, if they don't go to college, it ends at 18.
Yes.
So right.
Yes.
Okay, the child support, they don't go to college, it ends at 18. But if they do go to college, that child support expands on to 21 or whenever they leave college, I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
No,
I
think
heard
it was.
that.
I think it was about. No, was it 19? I think it just extended a year. I don't know. The laws back when I told you that may have changed. I don't know what it is now.
But that is something to think about because I didn't even know that. You were like, wow, like thought it would be 18, but now some people, y'all probably don't. I don't know. Y'all know or not, but thought it was 18, but it's not. They go to college.
And I don't understand why people think they be like, oh, when they turn 18, like that's just the rule of thumb, like the child not gonna need help anymore.
Right. Like you good. Like I paid that. We good.
Like or it's like, okay, after 18 we good. It's like, so you just planning not to help the child at all?
You're like, I did what I'm supposed to do. I did that. You got it.
But I do have the solution to this. Seriously. I know I just want to give this advice because this is the perfect advice. I know that it is gonna work for each and every person, okay? This is the advice. Do not get into a blended family. Do not get into a blended family. That's the perfect advice. Just don't do it.
Well, multiple things. Do not get into a blended family.
Okay. Stop
making broken homes. Stop just creating babies. Stop having sex before marriage. I know people say, when we was growing up, it's like, once you having sex before marriage, you're going to hell. You're going to hell. But you should have just expanded on that and said you're creating broken homes. You're making blended families. You're starting issues in your next marriage or your next relationship. Definitely with child support. Child support, we're bad enough. People are fighting with finances. Finances is one of the biggest things for leading of the divorce. Now you throwing on child support on top of that?
Well, that's the part of finances.
Well, right, but I'm saying like if we was without child support, we didn't have a child outside the marriage.
Well, it ain't just about the child support for the blended family. I mean, it goes into
I was talking about the people that was in a regular marriage without the child outside.
Why do we always call it a regular marriage?
You got that regular one. You got that regular
the unblended family. Right. Like, is that a thing?
Yeah. Regular one. But a regular marriage outside that without having a child outside the marriage.
No outside entities, right?
Right. That you're already gonna argue about finances. But then once you have a previous child, now that's a bigger issue to talk about. Now that finance argument could be now much bigger to talk about, to discuss. And now we're giving so much room, so much doors for the enemy to come through, to play on your marriage, to keep y'all separated. And
it's
more
not
stress.
just it's not just the women who feel some type of way about the child support, because like when I brought up earlier, if those are the kids and they father lacking, and now the man might come and say, hey, that's not all, that shouldn't all be on me. You coming to me talking about the kids need this. Okay, where's their dad, So and that's fair. That is fair. That shouldn't just be left on somebody to pick up the slack of somebody else and you looking to them as if they the biological parent. No. You need to get up and do something. You need to work a little bit harder or some more hours if there's an issue. It's always something that we can do as individuals instead of pointing a finger at our spouse to say, what can you do to fix it? What you need to be doing, It's always something that we ourselves can do to make the situation better and less stressful.
Definitely. And I just thought about this while you was talking, and I seen on a Facebook post or something that it can cause division too when, say, I'm going to do shoes because that's what the post was doing. Like, they went to, instead of giving the money for child support, the baby mama, baby daddy, let's go with baby mama, ask their baby father for some shoes for the child, and they bought them the expensive kind. Now, the wife is looking like, wait, couldn't you just buy some regular smuggler old shoes?
That you buying the other kids
right,
in this household?
You buying the other kids regular smuggler Reeboks, but this your child, like that child
why
get
you gotta
Jordan.
throw Reeboks
I'm just
in
saying
like that?
Reeboks, like, and that child get Air Jordans or something. It's like, nah. Take those
Okay,
Reeboks box. We all getting Jordans up
Right,
here.
right.
Like now, when you doing that, because the child is asking you, like, yeah, Dad, can I get the Jordan? Can I get those Jordan? I like them. And you feeling bad or something, you like, what, I got you. But now the other kids, that's not your biological kids, looking like
and or the children just
why?
whoever is in the house, even if it's you all's children together.
Right.
Could be, you know, that
that's
too.
more. That's just more scenarios, more problems. Like, okay, what do? Buy everybody Jordans, or you buy all of them
Everybody
Reeboks?
had those Reeboks or Reeboks. And if the other parent feels some type of way that you bought them some Reeboks, then you could add more money to. Well, no, you can't add more money because I don't know what to tell you. It's shoes that you didn't have at first. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what to tell nobody. Though you cannot try to pick and choose the amount of money that's spent on the shoes. It's either they need the shoes or they don't need the shoes. You know.
Or I had a scenario with a friend that the baby mother was asking for some money. It was like $20. Let's say she asked for $20. He didn't see the need, like why the child is older. Why am I sending $20? Oh, he needs this to get to such and such to get back home or something. Get an Uber. Let's say to get an Uber. And like, why? Wait a minute. So why can't he call me and ask for the money? And she has an attitude. Well, why do he have to call you to receive the money? Is it, is he not gonna get it if he don't call? Like he looking like, I don't know. I don't know about sending the money. But that's extra, or $20 extra than what if I already gave you child support, now I gotta send you extra money for.
Maybe you should have said like $200. $20 is pretty cheap. Like, let's just go with $200. Like something that's gonna may make an impact, but $20 shouldn't be making an impact in nobody.
I was just saying, somebody like, bro, like why, like the baby, like you don't have $20 to give him, you asking me.
But
to
the question
give
is,
the
do you
$20?
have the relationship with the child for the child to call you? That's what I would ask. The question is, you can't be mad at her because the child didn't call you. That's something between you and the child. Why they feel like they could not reach out to you. That sounds like something that shouldn't be blamed on that other person.
But what if you already 2 days ago you already sent $20? Now the child going somewhere and he need Uber to back. Some of the mama like, okay, I'll give you the money. I only give you half. I ask your daddy for the other half. So in a way, she can play the role as, I'm giving you the money, but if I ask your dad, he said no. Nah, that child can be like, oh, dad don't want to give me the money. Mom is willing to give me money, but dad don't want to.
This just shows this whole conversation that we have and all of that confusion and all of this, the what if and why this and why that. This is exactly why people shouldn't be in blended families and just creating families and then walking away from them. And come on now. Right. And then think everything is supposed to be smooth grooving. No.
Man, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. That's our time, man. We love y'all for sticking around to this podcast where we just spitting truth to y'all and making y'all aware.
I don't know if it's truth to some. Some people over here too mad at this conversation.
Aware about the situation that's going on in marriages that people have to deal with.
Yes.
So we love y'all. Thank y'all for sticking around. Allen&Eve podcast here.
Thank y'all for locking in to the end. Staying locked in to the end, I guess. Yeah.
Right.
We love y'all. Peace.
Peace. See you.